Hi, Mark. So yesterday, after evening chow, I decided to take a quick 1 hour nap and then go do my study hours, then do my video. Well, even though I set my timer and everything, that 1 hour nap turned into a 12-hour nap, and so things didn't happen. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was, well, kind of the future. See, one of the things that sci-fi agrees upon as far as the economics of getting into space is that everything will get a lot cheaper as soon as we get materials in space. And the easiest method of doing that is capturing an asteroid. That's kind of one of the cheat codes, you might say. The materials are already there, so when you're building a spaceship, most of what you need is already there. It doesn't take energy to move it. You just need to change its form. And I've read at least 3 or 4 different prominent sci-fi authors who have said that asteroid mining is the way to go. Now, I'm not saying that we have to mine asteroids to get into space. I'm saying that it's going to be one of the easiest ways to go. I kind of like those little cheat codes where you get lots of resources from doing one of those simple little things. It's kind of how I deal with Minecraft. Minecraft, I ironically don't really like mining all that much. I do like occasionally going out and mining, but what I like about Minecraft is building. Not so much building like building a house or building a pyramid or some great building project. I like the machines, and most of those aren't in vanilla Minecraft, unfortunately. So I add mods like Buildcraft. It's in the name. Buildcraft, which lets me build a quarry, which will do the mining for me if I can make another machine to work it. And so I make all these huge complexes of machines to get essentially free materials. Now I do this by using another little cheat code called sunlight. A lot of the forms of getting energy you can get through sunlight. But there's one form of energy that it's kind of tricky to look at it that way. It's called, and it's from forestry. It's called biomass. Now, biomass can be made from any plant matter, and plant matter essentially gets its energy from the sun. So I use a farm to make a lot of trees, and those trees turn into saplings, which I can use to make the biomass. It's a bit more complicated than that, but most things are when you get to that point. You can use some of these cheat codes in real life. Not quite the way the Minecraft world works, because Minecraft works on its own physics. But they're based on physics from the real world, which makes you think, what else can I do? Shut up. I'm talking. Okay. Sorry, that's my phone. um, One of the cheat codes is, well, fish farming. We have plenty of food for everyone in the world. We have plenty of food to feed everybody. Only problem is some of the food is eating the food, so we don't have enough food for everybody. SciShow has a good show about that. I'll put the link down in the description. One of the things, like in the Forever War, what they did was they farmed the sea. Now, there's a lot of open sea that you can farm. There's not so much land. Well, there is land, but not all of it's farmable. And when you farm the land, well, if you're taking up a lot of that farming space on the land to feed the meat, then that's not producing other food. That's reducing the amount of food you can produce. When you produce the food for the meat in the water, that increases the amount of land we have for other food. Now I said fish farming because you can easily find some sort of fish which is going to feed off of algae. And if you like other types of fish which don't feed off of algae, then you can perhaps make a longer chain. You have fish which feed on fish, so you need to get the fish from the algae that feed on the algae. Of course, it's going to take more space, but if you really want it, you can have it, and it's possible to do it. It's just the economics of being a meat eater means there's going to be more space taken up to produce that meat. If you farm algae to feed fish, you can get a lot of meat. And I realize fish is not beef, but we can stand to live with a little less beef. A good portion of the world doesn't even like eating beef. If we increase the amount of fish we eat, I'm not saying overfish, I'm saying produce fish farms. Farm the fish based on the food you're producing and the algae farms. I realize it's still farming food for food, but that's out in the water. You can do that easier than you can farm land to feed more things on land. That's taking up food space for other things. I'll see you again. See you next week.